The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and we are up on the Parx Racing 3rd floor. And our newly elected PTHA president, Bob Hutt, joins us today. And we're going to head to Harrisburg for the always exciting farm show and catch up with our friends at Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association. And 3-year-olds newly turned are racing in the Jerome in New York and in the Sham and the Santa Ynez in California. They're all vying for those early Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks points. We're off to a great start to the new year, and it's always kind of an exciting time.
It is, Danny. I mean, first you look forward to the Derby, and of course we look forward to the season here at Parx, and then we've gotten through, we actually had 5 stakes already this year. They were supposed to be last year, but they were this year, but the stakes program will start in earnest later on in the year, but we got racing. It's year-round for a reason.
Yeah, and the Eclipse Awards we'll talk about a little bit later. They're going to be deciding soon, but we had 3 finalists in there in that apprentice division. Yep. Andy Hernandez was down a little bit, but Jose Gomez has a legitimate shot, and Jerome Barbosa. That's really awesome.
I voted for Jose on top.
Me too. I did too. Well, let's get to some local racing right here at Parx. We're going to take a look at Monday's 10th race from last week. It's for fillies and mares going 1 mile and 70 yards. Big purse too, $58,000. 2 are in for that optional claiming tag of $35,000. And our post-time favorite is my pick, the number 3, Carol Girl.
Yeah, and why would you not like a horse like Carol Girl, who doesn't give too many bad efforts and is coming off a giant win for, yes, that man, Jamie Ness.
John Service has our second choice, Midnight Obsession, coming from Post 9.
Yeah, Midnight Obsession is a very cool now 5-year-old mare, 14 starts, 3 wins, 6 seconds.
Here's the call of our local race of the week.
It is AG&C, 2-length advantage over Carol Girl and Flash and Dynamite. Those two duking it out for the runner-up position a ways back to Out Dancing. 90% Bryn beginning to make up some ground right to her outside Midnight Dancing, and trailing the field is BB's Busted. As they head along down the backstretch, half-mile left to go. AG&C maintaining her advantage. Flash and Dynamite looming as an imposing presence in second. Carol Girl's backing right off of it, but the half went in 47-4 as they round the turn. AG&C, here comes Flash and Dynamite. She has her sights set on the front runner, and from the back of the pack we're beginning to see Out Dancing, Midnight Obsession. Those two are beginning to unroll there. 90% Bryn also making up some ground with every stride as they turn for home. AG&C has a comfortable advantage, but here come the closers. There's a 1/4 mile left to go, and AG&C trying to hold off the onslaught of challengers. Coming up the rail is Out Dancing on the outside. Flash and Dynamite not done yet. 90% Bryn also in it to win it. Coming up in between horses, Midnight Obsession and BB's Busted making a run from last to first here at the top of the stretch. It's anyone's race. 1/16 of a mile left to go. Coming up the rail on the outside, 90% Bryn. On the rail is BB's Busted, but it's 90% Bryn. 90% Bryn, BB's Busted on the rail, and in between horses, Midnight Obsession.
And 90% Bryn with a really exciting finish there. And your pick?
It was my pick at 4-1, Danny, and I had many cents wagered on 90%. Bryn. Now look, Butch Reed off the couple-month layoff, like about the 5/8 ball, I wasn't so sure, but got to the outside. Abner Adorno on a roll. Butch Reed's been on a roll for, I don't know, what, 3 years now?
Absolutely. He's having the year of his life. We've been saying that over and over, but really cool Big Bay mare, and it was nice to see her rolling for the win. Congratulations. Well, we're going to head to our first break, but our president, Bob Hutt, will join us right here on the set. And we have national races to bring you all coming up on Let's Go Racing.
We're head-and-head here. Arctic Arrogance is ready to challenge a very game Lugan Knight down towards the inside.
Having a hard time finding a new Chevy? Well, at Chapman Chevy, we have new inventory on its way every day. Trax, Equinox, Blazer, Traverse, even Silverado, all on their way. Just go to ChapmanSellsChevys.com, browse our inbound inventory, and contact us to request or reserve a specific vehicle. It's that simple. And right now, you can get $2,250 total cash allowance on a new Chevy Equinox. That's $2,250 cash allowance on a brand new Equinox.
Want to get out of the cold this winter? Well, Parks Racing is just the place to keep you warm and toasty. Parks Racing gives you plenty of live horse racing action all winter long. And yes, it's fun to see them run from other racetracks as well, with plenty of simulcast action from all around the country. It's a front row seat to see the top 3-year-olds prep for the Triple Crown from Gulfstream Park, Santa Anita, and more. So put on your snow boots, grab your coat, and head on over to Parks Racing. It's warm and toasty, and always, it's fun to see them run. The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing, and our newly elected PTHA president, Bob Hutt, joined us here at Let's Go Racing, and we got to learn more about Bob.
He did, Danny, and I actually sat down with Bob for quite a long interview that I'm going to sit down and write the story that'll be up on the website probably sometime in the next couple of days. But for TV, we also got a chance to interview him right before the show, and Bob is a fascinating guy, and here's what he had to say. Here with Bob Hutt, the new president of the PTHA. Bob, first, congratulations on the job. And secondly, why did you want to do this?
Because I'm not very smart, but first of all, thank you so much. And I've had a good life, and I'm in the last chapter, and I look forward to every day. And I decided I would like to give something back to the next generation, the same as my father gave to me. And that was the reason. I feel that change was needed. I'm a transparent guy. What you see is what you get. I'm Bobby from the Bronx. And I've been in business for a long time. I built 3 businesses from scratch and without any help. And I look forward to the challenge and working with the staff of the PTHA, the board, and Jeff Matty. And I think we're going to accomplish a lot.
Now that you're in it, Bob, what is it that you want to accomplish as a president of the PTHA?
I want to get the average age of the racing fan from currently deceased, and I used to make a joke about that when I was 35, 40, and I looked around me, and now I realize I'm one of the deceased that's still here. And what I would like to do is introduce a new generation of racing fans to the game, give some education, and the best way to do that is to get them to ask questions, to give your selections, and then after you pick a loser and tell them who the hell gave you that pick, and make fun of yourself, and that way get people to ask questions. And communication and education is the key in anything. And I would like to start by having breakfast at Parks, especially when the warm weather comes, when a family can come here in the morning, observe training, hopefully yourself can interview some of our trainers and jockeys and maybe an owner or two, and let the general public see that we're not like the other professional sports where you have to pay for an autograph, that you can get behind the scenes, and that there's a million ways to lose a race, but only one way to win. And it's very difficult, and for me and for anybody that's ever walked into that winner's circle, you're actually walking on air, and I don't care if it's winning a graded stake or it's a low-level claimer. Every time feels like the first time for me. And I think that's the way every owner feels. And it's a sport that we love. We're a family on the backstretch. We celebrate together. We grieve together. And I just want to make this a better place where families can come and have fun. And one of the things I would like to do besides breakfast at Parks is to get a Saturday or Sunday that we have racing so that fans can come out. They work, 5 days a week, and they can bring their family. They can go to the picnic area, We could have face painting, ponies for the kids, and that's how you get a new generation excited about racing.
Bob, my next question was going to be, why do you like horse racing so much? But I don't have to ask it because you just answered it. Thank you so much for the interview. Appreciate it. All the best in the new job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's really fun. And Bob comes to the racetrack a lot. So if any of you guys ever come, you'll probably get a chance to meet him. You'll see him in the winner's circle with his Uptown Charlie Brown stud group. And he's really fun, and I'm excited for his new ideas.
He's not hard to find. He's at the same table every day.
He is at the same table. I'm regularly taking French fries off that table, as he knows. Well, let's get into our first national race. It's at Aqueduct. It's the Jerome Stakes, $150,000. This is for newly turned 3-year-olds. They're going that one-turn mile. And our favorite is Arctic Arrogance, Linda Rice, who's had an incredible winter meet.
Oh, my Lord. Linda Rice is winning everything off the claim. Doesn't matter. Most recently, a good second in the reps.
Neural Network. It's a little hard to say for Klarovich Stables and Chad Brown are a second choice.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's up with this horse. It's classic Chad Brown, right? Win one race and then right to a stakes race. But you know what? It's the time of year with 3-year-olds. You want to see what you got.
It's our old track announcer, Chris Griffin, with the call of the Jerome Stakes.
Pretty tightly bunched as they work up the backstretch. It's Lugan Knight who's got the lead, 23.41 for that opening quarter mile. Now more settled here in second is Arctic Arrogance. The favorite is in the 2-path. 3 wide there is Narciso Dali as they've got a half-mile left to go. Down at the rail is Valenzende, and Jose Gomez is there with Andiamo a Firenze, who now progresses, splits rivals. Still wide is going to be General Banker. Neural Network has 6 lengths to make up now. As in front, it's Lugan Knight, 47.70 seconds for a half-mile time. Arctic Arrogance. Jose Lezcano just took a look back, and Arctic Arrogance is getting ready for the cue as they approach a quarter mile left to go. They are head and head here. Arctic Arrogance is ready to challenge a very game Lugan Knight down towards the inside. Trying to rally on his General Banker, and from the back it's Neural Network, who still has 5 lengths to make up a final furlong, and they are shoulder to shoulder here in the Jerome. Arctic Arrogance did not run by Lugan Knight, who's very game to the inside for a 16th to go. Lugan Knight is still there. Arctic Arrogance couldn't pass. Lugan Knight game and wins the Jerome.
And Lugan Knight with the win for trainer Michael McCarthy. And I heard Maggie Wolfendale say that was his first win up in New York, which is crazy. But like you said, he probably didn't have a lot of starts, and excited for this son of Golden Sense.
Right, and Michael, of course, is based in Southern California. Now he's got a string in Kentucky. Now he's been in the winter circle a lot in New York. He was, of course, Todd Pletcher's long-time top assistant, so he's no stranger to the winter circle. But Michael's one of the good guys in the game. Good to see he's got a nice 3-year-old. And I would think the Gotham would be next, Danny, as you said. And I think in that race, he's going to probably see Recruiter, who's 4 for 4. Of course, we saw Recruiter win here in one of our $75,000 stakes for Cal Lynch.
Yeah, Recruiter, really nice son of Army Mule. And of course, Lugan Knight, I'm not sure how long the distance, but you got to take the shot, right?
He's by Golden Sense, who is more of what you think of as a miler, won the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile twice. Golden Sense has also become a really good grass sire. He didn't run grass himself, but he's become a real good grass sire. So a lot of options for Lugan Knight.
Yeah, really nice son of Into Mischief by Golden Sense is out of Into Mischief. And we're going to head to California. It's the Grade 3 Sham. This is just a race I've always grew up listening to. It's $100,000 for newly turned 3-year-olds, 1 mile. And Baffer has a trio in here. He does have the favorite, National Treasure.
He had 4. They scratched Speedboat Beach. National Treasure, most recently 3rd of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, is 3 to 5. But Baffer's got horses all over this race.
And Spun Intended is our second choice with Hall of Fame rider Mike Smith.
Yeah, this is an interesting horse, Danny. Both races got 87 buyer by Hard Spun, the real good PA bred, of course, who won the nursery here many years ago.
He did, a race we just had recently. Well, here's the call, the Grade 3 Sham.
Reincarnate sets the pace, prompted by Spun Intended, who's within a next second. 2 more, National Treasure inside Paxawallop. Paxawallop moves into 3rd, and another 3 back to Newgate as they swing on to the backstretch. Reincarnate and Spun Intended. Spun Intended puts those red blinkers in front past the 5/8 pole. A length and a half, Paxawallop with National Treasure tucked in neatly and eager at the rail. Another 2 back to Newgate with a half-mile to run in the Sham. And it's Reincarnate and Spun Intended. They've been together since the gate opened. Paxawallop is 3 deep. National Treasure just inside of him. And 2 more to Newgate. There's been no change. Reincarnate, a neck in front now of Spun Intended. Now it's a half length coming to the quarter pole. Newgate makes an early move with the yellow cap, and he joins the party. And National Treasure is in the thick of it as Paxawallop drops back. And now National Treasure angles to the outside as they come to the 16th pole. Newgate on the outside, and a resilient Reincarnate trying to fend him off. Reincarnate, Newgate, National Treasure, Reincarnate, and Juan Hernandez to take the sham.
The high-priced Baffert horse gets the win. Reincarnate at 16-1. A nice sum by Good Magic. But if it was Baffert 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it's Baffert wins at 16. He's second at 5, and the 3 to 5 shot doesn't really fire much. National Treasure, but it's Baffert again. 95 buyer, son of Good Magic. Obviously, we'll go on the Triple Crown Trail, but what does that mean? Since Baffert still cannot run at the Kentucky Derby, obviously he can run at the Preakness and he can run at the Belmont, but can't run at the Derby. At least not yet.
Well, maybe we'll see those horses move to another trainer like he did in the past.
Yep.
Maybe we won't.
Yep.
Should be interesting. Well, it's time for the fillies. It's the Santa Ynez. It's a grade 3, $200,000, 7 furlongs. This is a prep for the Kentucky Oaks. And our favorite is Ice Dancing, the Pretty Gray.
Yeah, Ice Dancing, Dick Mandela just coming off a maiden win, daughter of Frosted. Now, Justique was going to be the big favorite, but she was scratched. Of course, she's the horse with a lot of hype, daughter of Justify.
Parity is our second choice for trainer Bob Baffert.
Baffert, again, coming off a really pretty bad 4th place finish against Justique in the Desi Arnaz, but had a good maiden win prior to that.
And I just want to point out, Satin Doll, if you ever saw the really funny movie Hot to Trot, that was the racehorse's name, Satin Doll. They had to have taken it from that. I just love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, here's the call to Santa Ynez.
Fast and Shiny leads them past the half-mile pole, puts a length on Parity in second. It's another 2.5 to Hunting Coco. Satin Doll at the rail, Ice Dancing outside of that pair, 3 furlongs out. Fast and Shiny opens up, leads it by 2.5 lengths now. Satin Doll comes through on the inside. Parity losing ground steadily. Ice Dancing now kicks it into high gear. And Ice Dancing coming after Fast and Shiny with a 1/4 mile to go. Fast and Shiny turns for home with a length lead. Ice Dancing bearing down from second, and Satin Doll at the rail. There's an 1/8 mile to go, and Ice Dancing is roused to the lead, takes command, and starts to pull away. Ice Dancing and Flavien Prat winning convincingly in the Santa Ynez.
And Ice Dancing with the win with Flavien Prat, who's no stranger to big race wins.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a daughter of Frosted who won the 2015 Pennsylvania Derby.
Yeah, nice, dark, beautiful gray. It'll be interesting to see. Sometimes those grays lighten up, but really excited to see her keep moving forward for trainer Richard Mandela, who's really good with those fillies and mares. Beholder, the list goes on and on. Well, we're going to head to another break, but we have a Turning for Home Spotlight horse for you, Jockey and Trainer of the Week, and race recap all on the other side of this break.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program. And we want to share with you one of our spotlight horses. This is a horse available for adoption. New Jersey, the horse, not the state, is a big chestnut mare. She had 2 wins right here at Parks Racing. You could have seen her in the winner's circle for trainer Mario Dominguez. Well, she is available for adoption with one of our farms up in New Hampshire. And as you can see, she's learning new skills, making new friends. And if you're interested in adopting one of our Turning for Home horses, check out our website. We have an adoption application, and we'd like to help you with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but do you want to adopt a horse?
I do, but I don't have any room right now, Danny.
Okay.
Maybe later. It's not enough room in my backyard at the moment.
Well, we're going to keep it going. Our jockey of the week is apprentice jockey Jose Gomez. Congratulations. Not only did you win a race this week, but you are a finalist for the Eclipse Awards.
Yeah, that'll be announced later on in the month. And speaking of Eclipse Awards, I wrote about who I voted for 3-year-old champion. It's on the website this week.
Yeah, and a really good year for 3-year-olds and
Lord.
a really close race. It'll be interesting to see who gets that.
Indeed it will.
And I think we landed on the same horse.
We did, Epicenter.
Yes.
But read the story.
But you read the story to find out why, because there was a lot of back and forth. And I really thought about that one, too. It was a hard one. And our trainer of the week, congratulations, Mike Moore. Not only did you win with Hot Pot, first off the clean, it was a pick for me and Buddy the Pony. We had a cute little shtick, and we had 3 wins.
Yeah, and good for Mike starting off 2023. He just had a career year last year, 2022, topped off by winning the Turf Monster with That's Right.
He did, and Mike, I know he really credits all that for the hard work from his team and his wife, Liz, so good to them. Well, let's jump right into a race recap. We're going to go back to Aqueduct. It's the $150,000 Queens County, a 1.8 miles, and there's a lot of Parks connections in here.
Yeah, we had Forewarned, the 1 for Uriah St. Louis, Sugar Ray 2, the 4 for Tyler Service. Now, they weren't much of a factor, but they were in the race, and it's all about Law Professor. Just crushes this field, wins by 7.5 for Rob Hattress, 98 buyer. Law Professor.
And talk about Manny Franco. I mean, just
On a roll.
6 wins Friday, 4 Saturday, 5 Sunday. And Law Professor got a nice class drop, and he's a classy horse.
Good horse.
Well, let's go to Oaklawn. It's the $150,000 Pippin Stakes. This is for fillies and mares, 1 mile and 16th. And you're going to see a familiar face on the lead. Lovely Ride. She was here at Parks before.
Yeah, Lovely Ride is loose on the lead, as Danny said, and they're not going to catch her today or any other day. Roberto Diodoro won almost 200 races last year, off to a good start this year.
Yeah, nice mare by Candy Ride. We're going to go back to Aqueduct. It's the Say Florida Sandy Stakes, $100,000, 6 furlongs, and we're going to see some really cool hard knockers in here.
Yeah, what do you think now? Love the name of the horse, Rudy Rodriguez, who wins a ton of races at Aqueduct, is loose with Dylan Davis, 9-5. They're not catching him today either, as he rolls to win. Yeah, it gets a little close to the end.
It does. It was an exciting finish. Game effort from the top 3 finishers, but what do you think now? Gets the win. Well, it's time for Ion Racing, and there's some 3-year-old prep races down with my friends down at Tampa Bay Downs, the Pasco, which is a prep for the Sam Davis and the Tampa Bay Derby.
Yeah, speaking of the Pasco, and El Presidente knew Bob Hutt, his horse, his best horse, Uptown Charlie Brown, won the Pasco way back in the day.
Really cool tie-in, and of course out at Santa Anita we have the Grade 3 La Canada Stakes, and at Oaklawn, if you like Rated R Superstar, which I'm a big fan, he runs in the 5th season.
We all love it.
Well, we're going to head to our final break, but stick around because we're going to head to the farm show out at Harrisburg. We talk about a Pennsylvania Derby winner, and Dick and I are going to try to make you some money as per usual. Stick around.
Chapman Ford of Philadelphia is the #1 volume Ford dealer in Pennsylvania, again. And we've got new EcoSport, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, and even F-150 inventory, all here and more on the way. And right now, you can lease a new Escape for just $329 a month. Only $329 a month for a new Escape. Or lease a new Explorer for only $399 a month. Just $399 a month for a new Explorer. Chapman Ford of Philadelphia, the #1 volume Ford dealer in Pennsylvania.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them.
And they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now, and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action. Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We're in our news and notes section, and it's our race of the week for next week. It's Monday's 8th race. 6 furlongs, $10,000 claiming tag. Big money's on the line here between Dick and I, so what are you thinking?
Yeah, huge money, Danny. There's no question about that. Look, I'll see if I can't go for 2 in a row. I like Hard West, our man Jose Gomez riding. Just want a really solid, consistent roll buyer. 74, 74, 77, wins, second. I like consistent horses with speed. That's Hard West. I like him going for 2 in a row.
His trainer is one of the best on the backside, that is for sure, Clarence King. I will give him that. I'm going to go with Satchel to Riches for Andy Simoff. Look, he's been knocking on the door, really consistent. That Frankie Pennington stays aboard, that's a good sign. And I think it's going to be his day.
Well, there it is. One of us will be right, or not.
We will certainly see. Make sure you tune in to see. Well, we were out at Harrisburg, and the farm show is really something if you've never been there. There's animals, there's people, there's milkshakes, there's butter.
Yes, there is.
And our friend Ashley Eisenbiel from Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association was there, and we caught up with her.
The Pennsylvania Farm Show is one of the biggest agricultural events here in Pennsylvania, and we have cows, pigs, sheep, vendors, horses, of course, and we are here representing the Pennsylvania horse racing industry.
Tell me a little bit about what you're doing here and what people do when they come to your booth.
So we're here this week having our virtual reality experience, really bringing the excitement and the thrill of racing to the people at the farm show by letting them get on our jog bike and put on the goggles and be totally immersed in what a driver gets to experience. And then also we have our little race bikes that move like horses, and they get to put on the goggles and experience what it is to be a jockey. The Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association has been very dedicated to bringing horse racing to fans throughout Pennsylvania. We've been doing a lot of events like this outside of the racing industry to bring new fans and introduce racing to new fans. We've also been doing a lot of things online as well with our free PPs for our handicappers that are just getting their feet wet, allowing them to have some free past performances so they can start wagering without that extra expense. We also have our Wager Warriors. Don Almuck's been doing a lot with our Wager Warriors lives on Facebook, and at the end of the month we'll be launching our full cams again, and we are super excited on January 24th to have the full cams up again.
Yeah, and if you're out there and you want to go out there today, I'll be there today with Danielle Montgomery from Turning for Home. We're sticking around for the rodeo, and it could get wild. I could have 2 milkshakes possibly.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That might be a lot for you.
I'll be working it off later. Well, one of our Pennsylvania Derby winners, Hot Rod Charlie, he retired, and he's heading out to Japan to a beautiful farm to stand stallion.
Look, he had a great career. It was a great story with all the wild different owners that he had, and of course Doug O'Neill did a great job with the horse, and he won our PA Derby here in 2021, and he was a very popular winner.
He certainly made a lot of racing fans. He was really fun to watch. We look forward to seeing his progeny. Hopefully we'll get to see some in the big races like the Breeder Cup, but happy retirement, Chuck. Well, that wraps it up for Dick and I, but you don't have to stop. You can come out and hang with us. We're here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Post time still is 11:55. Thanks for watching us this week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away, and Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.